Hello and welcome back everyone to another pre-recorded lesson video. Wow, it has been a long time since we've done one of these. Um, I hope everyone is okay after the little snowstorm that we had in the middle of Texas everywhere. I'm doing fine. I still don't have hot water, but we're getting through it. Positive minds, right? Positive thoughts. Remember, if you ever need to talk or if you ever need help with anything, just let me know because the school we have the resources to help you out. Just let us know what you need, and we will try our hardest to help you out. Right? We are a family here, so we have to be there for each other and pick ourselves up. So remember, just message me, email me with any thoughts that you have, any needs that you have, and I will try my best to help you out, and I will always respond very quickly. Right? So I know the schedule is a little bit messed up now. We only have 2 weeks until the end of the 9 weeks, right? And STAR testing is like right around the corner. So we're going to push as hard as we can to try to complete this and get us in the best place to finish out this 9 weeks strong and get into the last 9 weeks, right? That storm sort of messed it up because we sort of lost 2 weeks, but we're still in a good spot to finish strong. Progress report grades have been finalized, and the grades are really good. I think y'all are doing a great job so far, especially with it being a little bit harder since I thought the second 9 weeks was a little bit easier than this, but y'all are absolutely killing it. Y'all are doing great. I'm so proud of y'all. Okay, but what I want to do today is introduce a new lesson, introduce some new reading. Y'all may have already read part of what I want to read today, especially if you did the Act 3 Scene 2 readings that I uploaded last week or just did the cartoon summary. So if you need a review, go into Week 7 folder and read the Act 3 Scene 2 Part 1 reading, Part 2 reading, or just do the Act 3 cartoon summary, okay? So the welcome for today is I want to introduce a new term for y'all. Maybe some of y'all have already heard this. It is irony, right? And irony is a noun. It basically means a contrast between expectation and outcome, or an event or situation that contains some contrast. So it's basically scenarios that, what we expect to happen is not actually what happened, right? The opposite happens, right? Or situations that are sort of funny because it makes no sense because there's such a difference in it. Irony can be used in a very funny, humorous way. Some examples that are that sort of show that contrast where it's meant to be funny is when a fire station burns down, right? A place where firefighters live, it burns down, right? Which is ironic because they're the ones that fight fire, right? Or if a car crashes into a car repair shop, right? They're the ones that fixes cars, but if a car crashes in, it's very ironic. Another one is maybe a pilot, someone that flies planes being afraid of heights, or maybe a police officer getting robbed, right? Those are situations that are ironic because it has a difference in the role and then what actually happens, right? There's a massive difference there. The irony in the scenes that we are reading about in Act 3 is that what we know what was supposed to happen, but what was supposed to happen isn't happening, right? Like Demetrius is the one that was supposed to get the flower, but Lysander ends up getting the flower and falling in love with Helena, right? That's an ironic situation because there was a certain expectation or a certain outcome that needed to happen that Oberon wanted, but it doesn't happen, and the opposite actually ends up happening, and that's an ironic situation. Okay, irony can sometimes be used for humor, or it can be used for creating suspense, right? Setting the conflict or the problem that needs to be fixed for the future. So the focusing question for lesson 19 is what makes love complicated has been the same, is going to always be the same until lesson 28. So we have a while until that. And then the content framing question for lesson 19 is what does a deeper exploration of dramatic irony reveal? So remember, dramatic irony is what we're going to be really focusing on today and exactly how it helps move the story along and how it helps our understanding of the story. Okay? So the goal is we're going to analyze how dramatic irony creates whole humor, suspense, or surprise in a Midsummer Night's Dream. Remember that really is the goal of irony, is to do one of those three, maybe even both. So the playtime is honestly a pretty short reading today. It's only what's that math? 82 lines, pretty short. You can always just watch the YouTube video. For some reason, it's not pulling up, but for you, I bet you it will. So basically, take some time, watch that video, read, then come back to this play or this video, okay? I'm going to give you a couple seconds to do that. Now, welcome back. So if you did the reading or just watched that video, a lot of stuff actually happens in this reading, right? There's a lot of conflict there, a lot of problems there. So basically what is happening is Demetrius and Hermia are go in, and Robin and Oberyn sort of watch them, right? Oberyn doesn't know exactly what's happening, right? He doesn't know exactly the mistake that Robin made, right, in putting the flower in Lysander's eyes instead of Demetrius's. He just thinks Robin thinks he did the right job, right? Because he was only given the description of an Athenian man, and he did put the flower in an Athenian man's eyes. So he thinks he did nothing wrong so far. So what happens is that Demetrius and Hermia are walking in and they're arguing. Okay, they're arguing about what happened to Lysander. Hermia thinks Demetrius killed Lysander, and that's why Lysander's missing, because she believes that Lysander would never run away from her because they're in love, right? And Demetrius and Hermia start fighting, and Hermia gets angry and says, if you touched Lysander, I'm going to make sure that you are going to basically die and that you'll never see me again. I hate you, right? And that actually hurts Demetrius quite a bit, and he decides to just stop chasing after and just go to sleep for a little bit to rest. And Oberyn and Puck see all this happening, and Oberyn is mad. He's like, he is furious at Robin for messing up. He basically says, you mess with true love, right? I think his exact words were, let me see if I can pull it up. It's basically, what have you done with true life's sight? So basically what Oberyn is saying about true love is, Oberyn is saying that Lysander's love for Hermia was a truthful love, right? Lysander and Hermia really did love each other. And Demetrius's love for Hermia or Helena, Demetrius's love is a false love. He doesn't really mean it. He is very cunning, where you never know what he's really in it for, right? So Oberyn is furious at Robin for messing up actually like true love and replacing it with fake love. And Robin's defense for that, Robin is upset as well, because he's basically telling Oberyn, hey, you told me to put the juice in Athenian man's eyes. I did put it in Athenian man's eyes. Maybe you should have described him better. And he basically says fate overrules love, right? So basically what Robin means by that is Robin is saying his actions were meant to happen. It was fate. It was destiny, suggesting that changing the love of Lysander is something that may have happened anyway. So he's basically saying what I did was probably supposed to happen anyway. It's fate. It's destiny. There's no way around it. This was supposed to happen. That is his argument for that. He basically says that fate controls love, and that one man could be faithful, but there's a million men out there that fail and end up cheating or end up running away from a different love, right? So he's basically saying people leave their true loves every single day. That's fate. That's destiny, right? And Oberyn's reaction to Robin is he's furious, but now everyone has the same knowledge now, right? Oberyn knows what happened. Robin knows what he did wrong. So everyone except for the main humans, the 4 humans, are all on the same page now. Okay? So what does Robin think about the situations between the lovers? Robin basically thinks that it's hilarious, right? Robin thinks that this is the funniest thing that's ever happened. Remember, he loves to cause problems. He loves chaos. He loves being a troublemaker, right? And he's having a great time, right? He's basically saying, this is like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm so glad that this is happening, right? He loves it. And Oberyn gets sort of annoyed by that. He's like, dude, you just messed with true love and you're happy about it, right? Another one is, how does Hermia and Demetrius' point of view about their situation compared to Robin's? This is completely different, right? It's a complete 180 flip. Robin's having a great time. Hermia and Demetrius are, I would say, furious. Demetrius's feelings actually get hurt by Hermia, right? Because he basically, you don't want to see me again just because Lysander's gone. Like, are you kidding me? Hermia is angry because she thinks Demetrius has either hurt or killed Lysander. So she's angry. She's insulting him, calling Demetrius a murderer, right? These two, Hermia and Demetrius, are taking this situation very seriously, right? They don't think it's funny or ridiculous or entertaining at all. But Robin thinks it's all those things. He thinks it's funny, he thinks it's ridiculous, and he thinks it's entertaining, right? He loves watching them argue, and he thinks it's a great time. So that in itself is a very ironic thing. Two completely different points of views on the same situation, right? And Robin finds it funny when he's the one that caused the problem, right? So would love in A Midsummer's Night's Dream be more or less complicated if the characters shared the same point of view? So do you think love would be more or less difficult if everyone had the same view on love, right? Or on the same view on a situation? Right? I want you to really brainstorm about this question because I think it is a very important question. I really, in my opinion, I think that love would be less complicated if everyone had the same view on everything, right? But I don't think that's very realistic. Remember, everyone's different, so everyone's opinions are different, everyone's views are different. So it's never going to work out where everyone has the same views on anything. But if they did, it would be, in my opinion, less complicated, right? Because then there wouldn't be that many arguments. You would always agree on everything, right? I think it would be less complicated, but it would be way more boring, right? You need some friction. You need some arguments here and there. You can't always agree on everything, right? That's just not possible. So I think it would be less complicated, but I don't think that's a very realistic thing, right? So I sort of want to hear what y'all have to say. Maybe I make a discussion post assignment about this and upload it, but we'll see. Keep a lookout on the course homepage to see if I make this into a discussion. But work, time, I want you to just catch up on reading and stuff like that. If you have not taken the 3-week major test, please take that test because a lot of you are missing, and that's why a lot of you are failing on the progress report is because you just haven't taken that test yet. But other than that, look out for a discussion post if I upload it. If you have any questions, let me know. But other than that, that's it for this video, and I'll see you here for the next lesson.